At the beginning of the day, well, Rich and Roy were going to go fishing with Roy's new boat.
It's the first day of summer. He got the boat and hadn't put it in the water yet, so he came up here and picked me up, and off we went.
And for some crazy reason, they ended up at Opeechee, which they've never done before. So that's sort of where it all started.
He caught a couple, and I took pictures of them. I don't know what made him say, let's go in, but we did. We drove across and headed in. He was backing the trailer in, and I was supposed to be driving the boat up onto the trailer. And he feels bump, bump, bump. And he said, what's he doing back? And he looked back and said, I was just keeled over, slumped over. He just started yelling for help.
Well, I was warming up my lunch, and so I was standing outside the van, and in a very faint sound, I heard Roy saying, call 911.
I caught in my side view mirror all of these guys running towards the boat ramp.
Walked up to the water. You see Rich leaned over, and he's all purple. His lips are purple, everything. And
apparently I crawled into the boat and helped Jerry hand him back out and off.
I saw Jerry carrying this man in the water, and then Dan meeting Jerry and, like he said, kind of assisting.
And again, the whole time you're thinking, no, I don't want to be here. I don't want to be doing this. I'm huffing and puffing, trying to breathe, thinking about what the next step is. And I turned, and Craig was already down doing the compressions.
I've seen my grandfather passed away, and I remember seeing him blue like that. And when I looked at him, I knew he was not going to be blue. I said I can help him. And these guys doing what they did to get me where I was, because every person was just as important as the other.
And before you knew it, ambulance arrived and kind of took over things.
I went right into the emergency room. Actually, the wonderful fire chief from Laconia came out and met me and brought me in. Of course, they were working on Rich. He was not awake. He was not conscious at all. And one of the very first things that the Laconia fire chief said to me was, you need to realize that those guys from Eversource saved his life.
And it wasn't until afterwards that you kind of stood back and said, wow.
Is this really
That just happened.
I guess is the feeling, right?
I know when I looked in that side view mirror, I knew we were in deep.
They knew exactly what to do. And we've talked to the fire department since, and the fire chief, they said they just all worked like a well-oiled machine. It was like they were, all of them, the Eversource guys, and they were all just in sync, working together.
They are just the nicest four guys you'd ever want to meet. And they just, they sort of brush it off like it's no big deal, but it's a big deal.
Eversource gave a grant to Laconia Red Cross for a class of training for CPR, because it truly is the bystanders that need to get it going. They gave me my husband back because they kept him going. They knew what to do. I mean, Rich had his 70th birthday this year. We had our 50th wedding anniversary this year, all because of those Eversource guys. They gave us our lives back. I mean, absolutely. It could have been a totally different outcome.